Let's face it, no matter what tournament you are playing, hole 1 is going to be nerve-wracking, especially this par 5, measuring in at 1,224 feet with OB right and OB left. That doesn't seem to calm the nerves. But let's say you do land one in the middle. The second shot does get a little easier from there. Most players are going to land right here, leaving them a basic 350 to 400 foot shot, with really the only trouble being the green on the left. Speed control is crucial, and for some reason the first putt of any round is usually suspect. I guess that's why they call it hole 1 jitters. Let's see how it plays out.
Entire card for the first, I can't remember how many holes it was before we saw a bogey in round 2, but obviously the conditions are much more difficult in this third and final round.
On to hole 2, par 4, 759, and personally I would say one of the windiest and most exposed holes on the property. The drive, you're going to have a lot of wind to consider at starting this round. Hole 3, par 3, 489 down the hill. You've seen it before. You got out of bounds on the left, long, and right sides. Straight backhand or big forehand are the most common plays. But just once you do get the distance, how are you going to slow that thing down?
Volunteers out here to help as possible, but also measures have been done to eliminate any unnecessary personnel. So if you have a spotter, they just might not be on the right side of the fairway to give you the most accurate spot.
Yeah. Hole 4, par 3, 438 with OB all around the basket. Overstable disc, big hyzer for these guys right now. Maybe even kind of a flat to finish to try to stay under the wind. Hole 5, par 4, 681, just keeps getting narrower all the way up, and this is just not the hole you're looking to play in a windy day. It's so hard to hit that tiny green and get your angles right to get in there and stick by the basket.
And we're going to be going straight into that headwind that we've been benefiting from the tailwind for the last 3.
Hole 6, par 3, 351 had been our easiest hole up until, and by a decent margin, I think.
Yeah.
But again, the top of this hill is another one of those spots I think of when I think of windiest places at Emporia Country Club. When you're kind of getting up on this rise, this green can just be brutal. And
with the best of them.
Macbeth is getting away here.
Only birdie on the card, and it is just starting to look like one of those usual suspect stories that Macbeth has written himself into so many times.
Hole 7, par 4, 648, a short par 4, but you can't really get the huge booming drive you're used to seeing from these guys because they have that little tunnel and the low ceiling branch. Hole 8, par 5, 1,014 feet of just windy grass. You're going to try to keep it in between that rough on the left and the cart path on the right all the way down. You've got a few trees here late to get underneath. Ideally, with a second shot, you're going to push up into this area where the geese are all hanging out and then allow yourself a pretty simple shot to get up there for your birdie putt. But nothing. 4 for Emerson means it's a 3-stroke game with 10 holes left to play. Chief among them, the hardest hole on the property. I don't know if it is again today. I would think it is.
Yes, it is.
Hole 9, par 4, 729. Hit him with that average, Germ.
Actually, strangely enough, it is playing slightly easier than round 2 when it was averaging 4.95. Still at a very respectable 4.